There is something in their head that says, oh my God, if I lose this fight, this isn't like losing to Errol Spence or losing to Terence Crawford. This is personal. This is the War of the Roses. This is Lancashire v Yorkshire. This is years and years and years.
I think Khan and Brook is exactly the sort of fight that, whether it's Wembley or Old Trafford or another big stadium, that'll be good.
He needs me, and when that fight happens, that'll happen on my terms, and whatever we agree to.
I think he's a con man. He's a con. They should call him Amir Khan, because he's conned the British public. He's mugged off the Earns, Eddie Earn and Barry Earn. They wouldn't have signed him, unless knowing that me and him are going to be fighting under the same roof. He's mugged them off, and he's saying that this fight's going to always last. It's always going to be there. It's not always going to be there. I've tried, and the British public need to stand behind me and turn their back on him, because I've been trying like you can't imagine.
Amir Khan would fight Kell Brook. I'm sure he would. He would fight him in a heartbeat. But like I said, look, you have a team, you have people who protect you, who unfortunately make decisions for you. But that's if that's what Amir Khan wants, then that's what he has.
I'm not interested in watching videos on YouTube or media of Amir Khan making excuses why he's not going to fight Kell Brook. It's either a case of you fight him or you don't. Yeah. And you can go on camera and I'm a bit upset about what somebody said about me, and I don't like that, and he's being disrespectful. Well, back in the good old days, what you did if somebody was disrespecting you, you got out 2 pistols, walked 20 paces, whatever, turn around and shot each other, and that's how it was sorted. And basically that's what boxing's about. If you want respect in the ring, you don't get respect by saying to another fighter, I'll fight you if you tell me that you respect me. You get respect by taking him in that ring and generally give him a good pasting.
I don't want people thinking that I'm scared or I don't want to fight him. It didn't make sense at the time. At the time when the talk of the fight was spoken about with me and Kell, I was signed up with an American company with Al Heyman. Before Al Heyman, I was with Golden Boy. So I had a big deal with them guys where I could not leave and fight Kell Brook.
And lastly, you've got your countryman, Amir Khan, in the same division. How bad do you want to face him?
I think the British public need to see that fight. I'm the champ now, so we dictate what's happening. It's been a long time coming.
There's that much bad blood and that much fear of losing in terms of what it will do, not just for their legacy, but for their life. But when you get a fight where people are so petrified, these guys, they'll never be petrified of each other, but petrified of losing to each other.
Do you think that's equal on both sides? They're both equally petrified of losing?
Kell is petrified of losing to Amir Khan, and I think Khan is petrified of losing to Kell Brook. Not that they think they'll lose, by the way.
No one ever expected me and Eddie to work together, but look, me and Eddie had to sit down. We spoke a few times, and I kind of liked him. I thought he's a great promoter. He's doing great things, so that's why I got with him. And in that deal, me getting with him, I put in there to make a Kell Brook fight.
I think that he's like a bit like a whore. He's looking for the biggest money fights he can. He's basically just chucking himself in.
The biggest bang for his buck.
The biggest bang for his buck.
Biggest bang for his buck.
To continue the whore theme.
We've been having an interview today, and I tried to imitate what Dom said earlier. What do you want to just?
What, that he's prostituted himself of his last couple of fights. That's what.
Prostitute himself, waiting for the biggest earners, because his wife's pregnant again. She wants they fly first class everywhere. They want this big house in London. So they want the biggest money fights.
I'm not running scared. I'm coming to your team. I'm coming to you, Kell.
Listen, we've been talking about it for 5-6 years. I think if it doesn't happen within the next 6 months, it probably never will. But I think this is finally the time where both of them really have each other now, and there's nowhere else to go really. And I think those two have to fight. Otherwise, it'd just be a shame for the public. It's like with Mayweather Pacquiao. You wait, and that one turned into a bit of a damn squib on the night, but it was a massive promotion. And but I do think these two fighters will gel. I think they could give us 1-2 fights together. I think 2020 needs to be the year of Brook Khan or Khan Brook. And then they just need to get on with it and knock their heads together and sign, because I think they need each other now, or it all fades away.
I mean, the better blood's always going to be there. With two fighters, we're going to go to war against each other, and in the future, I hope. So, we respect each other's skills and boxing, but at the same time, we don't like each other. But it's boxing, right. That's one of the things. We're going to be fighting each other one day. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons me and Eddie thought, let's maybe work together and let's make a big super fight happen in the UK. We both at our peak of our career. Let's build our careers back up again and get a big super fight.
What's left on your wish list?
Yeah, it'd have to be Khan, wouldn't it?